So who read chapter 37? Yes, just unmute yourself, and I want everyone to summarize, çocuklar, what you understood from chapter 37. Just briefly, what is it all about? Yes, in chapter 37, Imam al-Ghazali explains that if you want either to be rich, like the rich of the rich, if you want to be really rich, or if you want to have the real learning.
Getting rich and getting knowledge.
Yes, Ahmed, tell us about it, what you understood from the chapter.
So you can, like, where you can find real special learning, like you could find it in the Quran, kind of reading over the question, but you can find it in the Quran, you can find it from like teachers, and yeah.
So when he mentions real knowledge, Haluk and Alperen, I want to see your faces, guys. Come closer to the camera, please, everyone. Yes, yes. What do you understand when you hear the word real knowledge? What is real knowledge?
Divine learning.
So yes, divine learning. Zara, what do you understand? Just unmute yourself. You don't need to raise hand.
Okay, so I would understand like real learning, like learning how to pray, or like, I don't know, like reading Quran or something.
Yes, who else? That's great, Zara. Yes, Alperen.
Real knowledge would be something that would bring you to Jannah.
Okay, real knowledge is something that brings us to Jannat. Yes, who else?
Learning surahs.
Learning surahs. Yes. Yes, Haluk.
Maybe like as he said, learning surahs.
Okay,
like
learning
duas.
surahs.
Yeah.
So right now, like we are comparing two richnesses. Okay, one being a rich, which means, I mean, having lots of money, having a beautiful house, having like whatever you want in this world. And the second thing is being rich, having real knowledge. So I want you guys to give me some example to be rich in this world. Like, I mean, what can you buy if you are really rich? What do you want to buy? For example, let's assume that you are the richest person in the world. Hisham, welcome. You tell us, if you are the richest person in the world, Hisham, what would you like to buy? What would you like to have?
I'd probably like to have like a nice house and a nice car.
Okay, a nice house and nice car, right?
Yeah.
It's a dream of every man. So yes. Tayyip, tell us about it, about us. Tell us.
Buy a planet and make it for
Buy a
safe.
planet?
Yes.
Is there any planet for sale?
If you're the richest person,
which one is for sale?
If you're the richest person ever, then you can make it sale and then buy it and then make it so humans can roam it.
Yeah, I mean, we hear about this, right? I mean, they are planning trips to Mars. So they are trying to build houses in Mars, right? So if you are the richest person, you can easily go to Mars. And if there's any life and if they build houses there, you can buy and live there, right? Ahmed, if you are the richest person, what do you want to have?
I would probably use like almost all my money to like save the earth from like global warming or like pollution in general.
Wow, Armin's son. That's good. I love your idea. Yes, Sweda, if you are the richest person, what do you want to have?
What I want to have?
If you are the richest person.
I would want to have a castle.
A castle. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a castle, that's it?
Well, no, I would also want to have like, I don't know, like a really big castle with a bunch of like cool stuff inside.
Okay. Zara, if you are the richest person.
I would probably donate half of my money to the poor and to save the earth. And then I would like buy a nice house and like a really nice car.
That's beautiful. So Zara started with sharing. So she said, first, she has lots of money. So she is the richest person. So she immediately thought about to share with other people, whoever needs, right? And then she thought about herself. So she put others the first and then herself. Because she is already rich, the richest, right? She has already whatever she wants. But she put others the first. So that's beautiful, Zara. I love it. Alperen, tell us your dreams.
If I was the richest person in the world, I would buy a mansion and a lot of cars.
Okay, that's good. Yes, who else wants to say? Haluk?
I'll probably buy like a house and like a yeah, and also like a car or something.
Okay, guys, I mean, you talk like you are homeless and you don't have a car. All of you guys have houses and cars, so we can travel somewhere. We have nice houses, alhamdulillah. So, whatever we have, um, let's say we are the richest one. I mean, can we enjoy whatever we have with the highest capacity? What do you guys think? I mean, because like maybe you also see like from the videos or read, there are so many rich people and they commit suicide or they are so unhappy and they want more and more or they work harder and harder, right? Why do you think, I mean, people like keep having more and more and more? So what is the main source of like wanting more? Yes, you don't need to raise hand, just unmute yourself and speak.
Greed, I think.
Greed, right?
I
Yes.
might think that it might make them happier, like by getting new stuff, but it just makes them more like depressed and like I don't know.
So
Like
like
being selfish, like maybe like being selfish.
being selfish,
When
being
you're too
greedy,
selfish.
and also we always think that by having more new stuff, we will be happy. So do you think like if somebody is greedy, does it make your heart golden heart or does it hurt your golden heart if you are greedy?
It hurts your golden heart.
It hurts your golden heart, right? And if you keep like getting more toys, like getting more stuff for yourself just to make you happy, why, Sueda, do you think that it makes you actually not really happy? For example, you need a car, you get the best car. If you want a plane, you get the best plane. If you want to travel all over the world, you travel. Why do you think, Sueda, it doesn't make you really happy? I want to see everyone's face. Alperen, Tayyip.
Because what you really need is like not like stuff with money. You need like to do stuff that would actually make you happy, like reading Quran and like being with your family. I can't really find the right word for it, but
In the Quran, it says that our hearts will be totally satisfied and we will find the true happiness by by the zikrullah, which means by thinking about Allah, by learning about Allah, and by doing all good deeds. So there's only one thing in the world that makes us really happy. That is working on our golden heart. And we can work on our golden heart by, like you said, reading surahs, trying to better understand ourselves and helping other people, prayers, but basically being a good person and being a good example to other people that makes us satisfied in our hearts. Okay, so like whoever, I mean, even though we are the richest person in the world, which is not that easy, believe me, it's not that easy. Even like, I mean, to get to be able to get up to certain level is not easy. We have to go to college, we have to work harder and harder, we have to take so much tests, and we have to have so much skills. Like we have to have a good network, we have to, like, I mean, write emails, I mean, we have to do lots of things to be able to get to like certain level, just to get like little bit comfort in this world. I have a question to everyone. Which one is more important to you guys, being the richest or real learning? And I want everyone to say with the whys, why do you want to choose? Yes, you don't need to you don't need to raise your hand, just
Um,
unmute yourself and speak.
I would want to
Real-
have
Yes.
I would like to have real learning, because with real learning then you can go to Jannah.
Okay, so when you have the real learning, what do you mean, Alperen?
Because with all that money, then that doesn't mean that you're gonna go to Jannah.
What about like if you help other people? For example, if you like feed the poor, if you build mosque, if you like make the planet a safer place, you can use your money to help other people, right?
Yes.
I would choose learning, because if you like have like a learning, for example, you can use that to your advantage to get more money, and then you'll be smarter with more money.
So like more money can help you become smarter, or we can say more money can help you access to more knowledge, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you have intention, there are so many. For example, think about Nemrut. Who heard about Nemrut? Or yes, Ahmed, what do you remember about Nemrut?
He was like a greedy.
He was the greedy person. What else?
He was a greedy rich person, and I think he treated the poor not very well, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala split his house in half or something like that.
Yes. Yes, so he was the richest person of his time, and he was telling everyone to pray him. So he was trying to put himself as God. So he was asking everyone, I'm the richest, I'm the biggest, I'm the most powerful. So what do you think made him think that he is the most powerful person? What made him think like this?
His money.
Because he was rich.
Because he was rich, right? So like once we become really rich, then there are potential risks that we might lose our faith, right, çocuklar? Then we think that, okay, I'm the richest person, so everybody listens to me. So listen to me. So I'm the most powerful person. Do we see any other examples? People like this? Haluk? Tayyip? Yes, Sueda? Do we see any other examples like that? Like Nimrod. They have all the money, they have all the power, and then they think that they are the greatest. I want you guys to start thinking the
Wait.
reasons why these people think that they are the most strong, they are the strongest, they are the most powerful. Because there is a danger.
Because they have like money, and like with money they can really like do anything, and like they can convince people with money to do things, and like they become like powerful.
So money can convince other people, money can buy other people, right? So money can like give you lots of access. But do you think like people will truly love that person, even though that person is the most powerful?
No.
Why do you
No.
think so?
No, I don't think so.
Because they just like, I think they just pretend that like they like them because they have money and they can like give them money. So if they like say they don't like them, then they won't get money.
Yeah, so you're basically like using them for their money.
Okay. Can we give an example? Like, for example, you have the food in your hand, and there's a dog. There's a like homeless dog outside, and you are just calling the dog and give some food to that dog, right? Is it similar, like person who has lots of power and money and trying to attract other people, right? So to be able to like be like the richest person, you have to race with other people. Think about your father's, your mother's life. Do we race with other people just to be able to make our money? Do we race or not? Yes, Shujikar, I want to get your opinions. Do we compete with other people just to make more money? Tayyib, I want to hear your voice. Tayyib.
Can you say the question again?
Yes. Just to make more money, do we compete with other people?
No.
So we don't compete with any other people?
We don't, but other people might.
No, no. What I mean is, for example, I'm a realtor, right? Just to make more money, do I compete with other realtors?
Yes.
Haluk, just tell me
Yes.
more about it.
Oh yeah, because like you need like I don't know. Yeah.
So I compete with other people. Yes, Zara.
You compete with other people so that you can get like the more attention, so that you get more money. So it seems like you are like better than them or something like that.
So Hisham, is it joyful or is it comfortable to compete with other people just to make more money?
No, I think it's stressful because you have to give it like your all, or yeah.
It is very stressful, right?
Yeah.
So Alperen, you remember like when I was in Turkey, I was working so many hours. I was traveling like over 200 days in a year. So just to make more money or like to be more successful in my job, I mean, just losing the chance to stay with my family. Do you think I was happy? No, right? Because
No.
I mean, it was so much stressful to make money, and also at the same time, I miss my family. So the same thing for everyone, çocuklar. Yes, Ahmed, I think you raised your hand.
No, I'm just like stretching my hand up. Like,
Okay, so çocuklar, just to make money, just to make more money, we always give up something, and it is very stressful. And eventually, sometimes the money that we make are so much, like most of the people, they earn much more than they need, and they keep it for themselves. And for example, think about the richest person. Who's the richest person that you know? Just tell me the names.
Bill Gates.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, Bill Gates, who else?
The owner of Amazon, like Jeff.
Yes. Yes.
Jeff
Joe
Bezos.
Biden.
Elon
Joe
Musk.
Biden.
Yes. For example,
Elon Musk.
yeah, let's say Elon Musk. How much, Hadik, what is the net worth of Elon Musk?
I'm not sure. Wait, hold up. Let me search though.
Just make a guess.
Maybe like 70, 80 billion.
Let's say $80 billion, right? $80 billion. And how old is approximately Elon Musk?
It was like 50, like 49, I think.
50?
About, I think.
let's say 50 years old, and he's like middle age, right? So let's say he has like 80 years old lifespan, right? And after like 70 years old, he will be really old, right? He has maybe like 20 years. So if we divide like $80 billion over 20 years, so it makes like $4 billion per year, $4 billion per year. If you divide it into days, like 365 days in a year, so he needs to spend how much? Like 4 billion? No, yeah, 4 billion per year. So it is like approximately maybe $100 million per day or $10 million per day, let's say. Can he spend $10 million for himself a day? Maybe he can, even though he can't. I mean, will he be able to find different things to enjoy himself for a day, right? So what I'm trying to explain is Elon Musk has so much money that he cannot enjoy, even though he tries for the entire life, right?
The
What?
the richest person is Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is the richest person, right? But if Jeff Bezos type starts sharing his wealth for the sake of Allah, so will this money help him to go to Jannah?
Yes.
Yes, right? So what it means is like, I mean, he will start so far to make $80 billion, he invested in this life and he became the richest person. Then if he starts thinking about investing the next life and share his wealth with other people, like just to please Allah, for Allah's sake, then he starts investing in the other world, right? So his money, his wealth becomes eternal, right? They turn into paradise. They turn into castles in paradise. So he changed lives of like millions of people and it becomes eternal. So now here's my question. I want everyone to close their eyes and just think, start dreaming about like being the richest person and just make some plans. Just make some plans how you can help other people. Yes, I want to hear from you guys. Because thinking about something, imagining for the future, and start planning on things which you can make help other people, it's a prayer in action, çocuklar. For example, when you recite Quran, when you pray namaz, when you pray salah, these are prayers. These are great prayers. At the same time, coming up with an action plan, how you can help other people, how you can like be a better person. Thinking about action plans are also prayers. For example, let me tell my dream, but I'll tell the latest, okay? So like once you think about the ways to help other people, these are also prayers, çocuklar. These are also very much prayers. Yes. Who wants to start first?
You can help people by giving money to the poor so they can buy food and water. And you can maybe donate to the hospital so they can help or donate to cancer so it can help cancer.
Zara, for example, when you, let's say, when you are giving money to the cancer center, like to cure the cancer, what is your intention? How would you describe?
What?
How would you describe your intention? Why do you help? Why do you cure cancer?
Because it will help people and it would make people better so like they can create families and so like the family isn't worried and so said.
No, these are all great ideas. So Zara, so you are working on your golden heart, and by thinking, like by having such a nice intention, you are like cleaning, polishing your golden heart, and it makes you happy. And also, if you do all these things, not to show off, but to get the Allah's sake, and to please Allah, and to help other people just for Allah's sake, then this becomes eternal good deed, right? Yes, who else wants to say? Yes, who else?
Maybe I would like give it away to like hospitals, to fund hospitals, to build it in like places that don't really have hospitals, or maybe like police stations, so it could be more safe, or like help build more houses so that people can live in them, and then like yeah.
So Ahmed, these are great intentions. So you're trying to improve other people's health, and you're trying to improve other people's living conditions, like, I mean, shelter. So these are the basic needs of any human, right? Yes, who else wants to speak up? Yes, Alperen?
Maybe you could donate to
Show your face, Alperen.
maybe you could donate to homeless shelters.
Okay, helping homeless people. That's good. Great intentions. Who else? Tayyip, let's hear you. Ermin is here too. How you doing, Ermin?
Alhamdulillah, how are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah. Unfortunately, I'm doing the lesson.
Mashallah, you're doing such a great job.
I didn't come up with mine yet,
Okay, just think about it.
but
Say
I
that.
think
Yes, you want to speak, Tayyip?
to like make more houses for people for homeless people so they can live in them.
That's wonderful. So more shelter for homeless people. Yes, Sweda.
Can you see the question again?
If you are the richest person, I mean, how would you help other people?
I would help by like donating and like I would donate and then I would help like homeless people, and I would help like the shelters and stuff, and probably get like a better orphanage for the the kids that are orphans.
Helping orphans. Such a great idea. I love it, Sweda. Yes, Hisham.
We could like open, well, for like stray animals. I guess you could do something for like stray animals, maybe like feed them, something like that.
Yeah, helping animals. That's a great idea. Who else wants to speak? Anybody didn't speak yet? Okay, so çocuklar, even though you didn't do anything, for example, Zara built a hospital, cure cancer, Sueda like helped orphans, and you guys all taught great ideas, even though you didn't do none of them yet. Since you have intentions to do all these good deeds, you can be 100% sure you already got the angels on your right and left. Angels wrote on your, recorded on your like good deed book that, okay, Sueda helped the orphanage. Okay, Zara cured the cancer. Okay, Hisham helped the homeless dogs. Alperen helped the homeless people, and so on. So angels already recorded. Çocuklar, as you see, if you have good intentions, even though you cannot do it, Allah gives you the reward for all your good intentions. So number one for ourselves is to keep our good intentions and to think helping other people. And as we have discussed so far, like making money and making more money is very stressful. But helping other people for God's sake, for Allah's sake, is not stressful. Did you have any stress when you were thinking about good intentions? Did anybody, was that stressful? Hisham, did you get stressed while you were thinking about helping homeless dogs? Did it stress you?
No.
No, right?
Yeah.
Ahmed, did it stress you? So it was not stressful, right? So good intentions never and ever make you feel bad. Never and never make you a bad person, but it only helps you. And as we spoke, once we are trying to make money, we compete with other people. It is stressful. But for example, let's say Zara wants to cure cancer and Sweda wants to compete with her. So Sweda also wants to cure, let's say, cancer. Is it bad, çocuklar? Does it stress Sweda? Because they are competing to make more good stuff. Is it stressful? Sweda, is it stressful?
Yeah.
If you compete on making good things, can you compete on making good things, çocuklar? You can.
But it won't be like good because you're not supposed to, because you're doing good things for Allah and not for anybody else.
Actually, Sweda, it is right how you say, but is it the same way like making more money? For example, when somebody wants to make more money, it is selfish. If it's for only ourselves, it is selfish. But once we are trying to help other people, for example, cure the cancer, let's say Zara's idea, cure the cancer, cure the cancer. If you compete, like guys with Zara, to cure the cancer, and if you try to do this only to please Allah, for Allah's sake, would it be stressful? I'm just trying you to understand. Would it be stressful? For example, when you pray Salah, for example, let's say you want to pray immediately, and Hadik wants to pray immediately, Alpera wants to pray immediately, and once you compete on praying immediately, is it stressful like making money? Is it the same stress? Or is there such a joy within itself when you compete to make good? Just think about it. I mean, could I explain my question, Haluk? Am I clear on my question? I want to hear your voices, çocuklar, kids. I don't know. I think they cannot hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Okay, so everybody is hearing me. I mean, let me rephrase my question. When you are competing, doing good things with your friends, are you racing to beat other person or to please Allah?
To please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
Yeah. Please Allah.
doing the good thing.
Because Rasulullah says, çocuklar, in one of his hadiths, we should really, I mean, learn from others. Just we should, if we do good deed, then we become sample to other person. And for example, let's say if Zara build a hospital and Sweda has so much money and she builds hospital, and she saw Zara as a good example. So Zara does not lose any good deed. Sueda does not lose any good deed, but Zara gets twice good deeds because she built the hospital herself, and at the same time she became a great example to Sueda. So Sueda built also another hospital. So Zara got twice the reward. So being a good example, being a good role model for good deeds is sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times, sometimes 4 times, 10 times, 100 times. Whoever copies you çocuklar, when you are a good example, whoever copies you, angels here, they start recording all these good deeds because you are a great example. So when we compete to make good deeds çocuklar, nobody loses. Everybody gains more and more. So our first target, inshallah, is to be good examples, to live the life, to be good example, inshallah. Okay. I want you guys to make a secret virtue box. So make a box. It can be a jar. It can be any box, but it's private to you guys. You don't show this to anybody else, okay? When you make the good deed, when you make something good, write it in a small paper, write it and cover it so nobody sees it, and throw it in the jar, throw it in the box. And we will call this box secret virtue box. This is a homework, çocuklar. We will do this inshallah. Again, this is our secret virtue box. Nobody sees that. Because once we do the good deed, we will not do this to show off. Okay? We will do this only and only for Allah's sake. When we help other people, when we do good deeds, we only do this for Allah's sake. Okay, çocuklar? Sorry, guys. What are you gonna guys do? You remember?
Yeah, we're gonna do like every time we do a good deed, we're gonna put it in that jar, the
Okay.
virtual box.
Okay, this is gonna be a virtue box, and you will keep it yourself for yourself. We are not showing off, so it's only for us, just to keep the records and to compete with us, with ourselves. For example, let's say if Alperen, let's say, gives sadaqah, helps, let's say, homeless, and give like $1 today, he's gonna compete with himself. Can I give $2 tomorrow? For example, smiling is also sadaqah. Like when you smile to your mom, or when you help your mom, çocuklar, when you help your mom, when you help your dad, when you help your brother, sister, it is great deed. So once you do it, just write it there. And if you do like 1 time today, try to do more next day. So each day, in the end of the day, open your virtue box and see how much good deed you have done today. And next day, just remember how you have done yesterday, and just try to do more and try to add more. Because in the hadith, it says, if a Muslims, if a mu'min's day is the same with the next day, then this person is in loss. So we don't stay the same. We do always more and more the next day. So it's all about our intentions. If we keep our intentions good, and if we intend to do more good deeds, inshallah, none of our days will be the same, but we will be a better person each day, inshallah. Who remembers last week's homework?
We do 37 to 39.
Yes. So next week, inshallah, with everyone, we will cover 37, 38, and 39. So I want you guys, each of you, each of you do chapter 37, read chapter 37, 38, and 39, and also study the workbook, church class. So next week, inshallah, we can get more from Sister Aisha's lesson. But there was one more homework. We said let's watch ourselves and share with others where we failed and how we can correct. You remember, once we have good intention, our angels start writing good deeds, but at the same time, when we do something bad, then there's a dot on our golden heart. You remember this, right, Zara? There is a dot on our golden heart. So Sister Aisha gave us a homework last week, and she said, let's watch ourselves and share with others where we failed. Yes, I want everyone to share how we failed, because recognizing that we failed on something is also good, because once we recognize that, okay, I failed, I screamed at my brother, I didn't help my father, I didn't help my mother, so I backbited, right? I was jealous of X, Y, and Z. So recognizing that we did mistake and we failed is a huge, huge step, church class. So telling this to ourselves is a huge step. That's why we want to do this exercise. Normally, we don't tell other people how we failed, church class. But this is just as an exercise to realize that we failed on X, on Y, on Z, okay? So I want each one of you guys to think about last week and share your experiences where you failed and where we put a dot on our golden heart. And I want you guys to tell me also how you can correct yourself, how we can correct it. Making mistake is, we are human beings, so we will always make mistakes, church class. But the most important thing is, how can we correct that mistake? Being careful about the bad deeds and to learn the ways to correct it is the most important thing, church class. That's why, yes, I want to hear who wants to tell the first how you failed.
Like maybe on a test or something, and then to overcome that, you have to study harder.
Halikshim, can you come closer to the camera? We don't see your face.
Sorry.
Tell one more time.
Maybe like if you fail on a test, and then to overcome that, you can study harder.
No, I want you to tell last week how you failed. For example, did you scream your brothers?
Oh yeah.
Did you backbite? Did you get angry? Did you discuss? Did you fight? Just think about and tell us, share with us.
Yelled at my brother last week. I think I yelled at my brother, and then to overcome that, I'm not gonna yell at him.
So just think about why you yelled. Was that so important? Was that more important than like breaking your brother's heart? For example, think about if you didn't yell at your brother, Halik. Would it be better? Or yelling at your brother, did it solve the problem?
Not solve the problem.
Did it make you more stressful?
Yeah.
Did it put a like black dot in your heart?
Yeah.
Just tell me one thing, Halik. Actually, two things. You made one mistake and come up with two things to cover the mistake that you made.
Maybe I'm not really sure what else to say.
Halik, you yelled at your brother. Just hug him twice. And hug him twice, that's one. And the second thing is, since you yelled at him, when he makes mistake, just remember that you yelled at him and you put a dot, like black dot in your heart. Forgive him the next time. When he makes mistake, just but just remind yourself, okay, I will forgive him. Whatever he does, even though that makes me so much mad, I'll forgive him. Can you tell it? Tell us two things. What are you gonna do?
Me?
Anyone?
No, Haluk, I want you to repeat this decision if you want to do it.
Okay, yeah. So I'll hug him 3 times, and then if he does something like, wrong, I'll just tell him his mistake.
So you will forgive him,
Mhm.
right? Instead of yelling him, you will forgive him, inshallah. So Haluk, if you do this, so you yelled at him, you put a dot in your heart, and inshallah, once you do all these two good deeds, forgiving him and also hugging him, inshallah, will erase whatever you have done so far, inshallah. Who wants to go next? Yes, Ahmed.
So yesterday, I was driving that big. There was like a big car thing, whatever. It wasn't a big car, but like tractor, and oh, I don't know where I'm going with this, but maybe I don't know what to say about that one. Huh?
While Ahmed is talking, I want everyone to think, çocuklar. One thing you failed and how you gonna make up?
Oh, maybe I like didn't go like the right way to drop like the wood off, and then I made that mistake. I don't have anything else in mind, but like I drove the wrong way, but then my uncle told me to drive it another way, and then I don't know if this is a
But Ahmed, you made something wrong maybe, but did it put a black dot in your heart?
no.
No, right? Okay, we all make mistakes. I mean, what I mean about what we fail is doing by doing a bad deed. For example, Haluk yelled his brother. So this put a black dot on his golden heart. So he spoke about this and he told how he's gonna cover that, how he's gonna make it up. So think about it. Think about something you made mistake.
Maybe I yelled at my brother to get off the computer and go rollerblading with me.
Okay, so you yelled also your brother. So how are you gonna make up? So you will come up two things. You did one mistake and you will do two good things to make it up, to make up. Yes.
I could let him go on the computer, and maybe I can help him with anything he needs help with.
Not maybe, Ahmed. You will
Yeah,
do that.
I will.
You will do two things. You will help him, and then what else?
I can let him like play on my computer if he wants to.
Not I can. I will, inshallah.
I will.
Okay, this is a decision because it's a choice, Ahmed. You choose to be a good person. You choose to make up your. You choose to make a good deed. Two good deeds, inshallah. That's a choice. Yes. Who wants to go next? We have 6 more minutes. I want to hear everyone. Yes. Go ahead.
So last week I got angry at my brother because he was being annoying. So so what I can do to make it up to him, I will.
Zara,
Yeah.
look at me. Not I can. I will, inshallah. That's a decision.
Okay. I will hug him and I will say sorry.
These are beautiful things to cover. So you will hug him. That's one. And you will say that you are sorry. Okay, who wants to go next? That's beautiful. Great. Yes. Who wants to go next? Alperen, Sueda, Hisham, Tayyip.
Yesterday yesterday I was at my friend's house and I forgot to pray namaz.
Yes. So how are you gonna make good deeds about this, Alperen? Alperen, when we miss namaz, when we miss one time, we do kaza, right? I don't know how to say in English, but we have to do the same ibadat, the same namaz. For example, if we miss Fajr, we have to pray Fajr one time. So if you miss that prayer, just you can do two things. Immediately, like do the makeup, do like a one-time Fajr as a kaza namazı. And the second thing is, for example, do you remember which prayer was that, Alperen?
Öğlen namazı.
So it was Zuhur. So when it comes to the Zuhur time, remind yourself, okay, I missed yesterday's Zuhur. Inshallah, I'm not gonna miss this time. The best thing to cover when we miss a prayer is, çocuklar, to remind ourselves for next time, one time, twice. For example, today, remind yourself, I missed yesterday's Zuhur. Tomorrow, when it comes to the Zuhur time, remind yourself again, I missed Zuhur 2 days ago. Let's say on Tuesday, remind yourself, I missed Zuhur on Saturday. When it comes to Thursday, I missed Zuhur on Saturday. So by doing that, inshallah, you will never and ever miss prayer again. Reminding yourself that you missed is the best cure for this. Okay? If you ignore, oh, I missed Zuhur, so what? Then you will miss another Zuhur. Ignorance is the biggest mistake, çocuklar. That's why we need to remind ourselves, okay, I missed Zuhur, and I'm not gonna miss anymore, inshallah. All right? Who else wants to go? Hisham, you want to speak?
Sure, I guess. So sometimes like over the weekend or the week, I would be like mean to my sister, or for some reasons, maybe she's not making sense. And so I think I can control my anger sometimes.
How can you control your anger? I have anger issues too. How can you control your anger?
Maybe I can think of some better times.
For example, Rasulullah says that when you get angry, he teaches us something, Hisham. If you are sitting, stand up, right? And if you are standing up, I think maybe I'm mistaken, but that's what I remember. Just walk and take abdest. Because when you take abdest, you wash your hand, you wash your face, and it helps you to de-stress yourself. And also you can think that, okay, she made mistake, and I also make mistake. If I get angry to Zara, and she's gonna get angry with me when I make mistakes. So it's a never-ending problem. Getting angry with each other, if we keep getting angrier, it's never resolved, çocuklar. So what are you gonna do? What's your solution? Hisham, 2 good things you will do.
I could calm down and say that I'm sorry for like yelling at her or getting mad at her.
So the next time, if you feel that you're gonna get angry, you will tell Hisham, stop. You will make mistake, right? That's one thing you will remind yourself. And the second thing, what is that?
The second thing is I'll probably just like walk around.
Just leave her alone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Who else didn't speak? Sueda. Shweta, we want to hear you. Tell us one thing you felt last week and how you going to cover it.
I felt angry last week, and I can cover it by
Not I can, I will, inshallah.
I will inshallah cover it by being happy and maybe like putting like the thing that like makes me angry away and stop thinking about it.
Yes. So eliminate the problems, right, Shweta? For example, if you keep fighting and getting angry at the same things, eliminating the problems are the first solution. Just tell us, what do you guys, for what you get angry?
I don't really want to share.
Okay. So number one, you will eliminate these things, right? What is number two?
I can do things that make me happy.
Okay, you will do things that makes you happy, but you got angry and you need to hug your brother and say sorry, right? Because you yelled at him.
It's not
So
what?
I'm sorry.
It's not about my brother.
Okay, whoever that person is, that
Okay.
you got angry and you yelled. So there is a hug between you and that person. So you need to ask for forgiveness before you forget it, Shweta, because there is a
But,
dot here in your heart.
I got angry, but like I didn't say anything about it. Like,
Oh, okay.
so it was like, you know.
No, I understand. So like finding ways to make yourself happy and don't get angry is a great solution. Yes. Who else didn't speak? Tayyip, we didn't hear you. Tayyip, we want to hear you, Tayyip.
Okay, so I beat Ahmed in like a game where we have to, it's like an FPS game. I beat him in it, and then I felt bad. Then I let him win because I felt guilty that I won against him.
So you felt guilty because you beat him?
Yeah.
And he was like laughing at me, kind of.
Kids, Haluk has another lesson. That's why he had to leave. Okay, so I mean, Taib, I don't understand. How you put a black dot in your heart? Can you explain? I couldn't get it. Taib?
I was like laughing at Ahmed because I beat him.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I got it. So you laughed at him. Okay, so you beat him and then you laughed at him. Beating somebody, I mean, that's a game, so that's the nature, right? One person will win, the other person will lose, so that's natural. But when you laugh at him, when you made fun of the other person, then that's a black dot here, right, Tayyip? So tell me two things that you will do to make up. Yes.
Say sorry to him and let him win the next time.
I'm not sure about the second one, but because that's a game and you need to do your best, right? You may win, he may win. So that's both of them is the potential results. But I think you can cover up Tayyip by never and ever laughing at him, right? So once you win, you will remind yourself, like we said on Alperen's case. Alperen missed the Zuhur prayer. So next time when it's the Zuhur time, he will remind himself, I missed the Zuhur. So you will do the same thing, Tayyip. I want you to do the same thing. When you win, you should try winning. That's the nature, right? So once you win, instead of letting him win, you should remind yourself when you win, oh, I laughed at him, so I will not laugh at him again.
Okay.
Okay? For the next 3 times, you win. You see my fingers, Tayyip? For the next 3 times, you win. You will remind yourself, you will not laugh at him anymore. Because you will
Okay.
remind yourself, oh, you know what? I won yesterday, and I laughed at him, and I put black dot on my heart. I'm not going to do it anymore. The second time, you will do the same thing, Tayyip. And the third time, you will do the same thing, all right? Okay, çocuklar. Everyone needs to go. I know it's 12:05. So we covered everyone, right? Everybody spoke? Okay, everybody spoke. That's good. So inshallah, next week we will have a group class with Dubai and with England. And I want everyone to read chapter 37, chapter 38, and chapter 39. And I want everyone to do the workbook, çocuklar. Write on your journals, write on your workbooks, okay? And try to read it as family. Ask your moms and dads. Okay, let's do it together because it's a family activity. All right, çocuklar? See you next week. Selamünaleyküm.